Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that so many of us grapple with. The feeling of waiting for the one, that perfect soulmate, and the ache we feel when they just don't seem to show up. It's a universal human experience, this longing for a deep, profound connection. But what if I told you there's a different way to look at this whole soulmate thing, a perspective that can bring you peace, not anxiety? That's exactly what we're going to explore today, through the timeless wisdom of Buddhist teachings. Now let's be clear, Buddhism isn't against love or relationships. In fact, concepts like loving kindness or metta are central to the practice. But the Western idea of a single destined soulmate who completes us is a bit different from the Buddhist view of connection. The popular idea is that there's one missing puzzle piece out there, and our lives are incomplete until we find it. This can create a lot of pressure, can it? It sets us up for a constant search, a feeling of lack, and deep disappointment when our reality doesn't match the fairy tale. So what's the Buddhist alternative? It starts with a powerful, and honestly, liberating idea, the concept of anatta, or no self. This teaching suggests that there's no fixed, permanent you or me. We are all constantly changing, evolving processes. Think about who you were 5 years ago. Are you the exact same person today? Probably not. Your thoughts, your cells, your beliefs, they've all shifted. If we are constantly in flux, how could there be one single static person destined to be our perfect match for all time? It's like trying to fit a flowing river into a solid box. This leads us to the idea of pratyasamutpada, or dependent origination. It sounds complicated, but it's a beautiful concept. It means that everything arises in dependence upon other factors. Nothing exists in isolation. Our relationships, then, aren't predestined events, but rather the result of countless causes and conditions coming together. This is where karma comes into play. In Buddhism, karma isn't about fate or cosmic punishment. It's simply the law of cause and effect. Our actions, words, and thoughts create ripples. The connections we form in this life are influenced by the karmic seeds we've sown in the past and the ones we are sowing right now. Instead of one soulmate, Buddhism suggests we might have many karmic companions or soul connections. These are people with whom we share a deep karmic link, people who come into our lives to help us learn, grow, and resolve old patterns. A karmic companion might be a partner for 50 years, a friend for 5, or even someone you have a brief but intense encounter with. Each one serves a purpose on our path. They are mirrors, reflecting back to us what we need to see in ourselves. Sometimes the lessons are joyful, and sometimes they're incredibly difficult. But they are always, always for our growth. So, if you're feeling lonely and wondering where your soulmate is, the first step from a Buddhist perspective is to turn your focus inward. The most important relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. The feeling of being incomplete isn't a sign that someone is missing from your life. It's a call to cultivate your own inner wholeness. This is where mindfulness and meditation become your greatest allies. By sitting with yourself, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, you begin to understand the source of your longing. You start to see that the love, validation, and security you're seeking from someone else can actually be cultivated right here, within you. This is true self-love. It's not about ego. It's about being your own best friend, your own safe harbor. When you start to fill your own cup, something magical happens. You stop operating from a place of lack or desperation. Your energy shifts. You're no longer putting out a vibe of, I need you to complete me, but rather, I am whole, and I'd love to share my journey with someone who is also whole. This is a much more attractive and healthy foundation for any relationship. You start attracting people who are drawn to your light, not your emptiness. Let's talk about attachment, or upadana. This is a key source of suffering according to the Buddha. When we become attached to the idea of a soulmate, we create suffering. We build up a fantasy in our minds of what this person will be like, how they will make us feel, and how our life will magically transform when they arrive. When reality doesn't match this fantasy, and it rarely does, we suffer. The practice is to hold our desires lightly. It's okay to want a loving partner. It's a natural human desire. But can you want it without clinging to it? Can you be open to the possibility of a wonderful connection without making your happiness dependent on it? This is the path to freedom. So what can you do, practically, starting today? First, practice metta, or loving-kindness meditation. Start with yourself. Sit quietly and repeat phrases like, "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease." Feel that warmth and kindness radiating through your own being. Then gradually extend it outwards, to friends, to neutral people, and yes, even to people you find difficult. This practice cultivates a heart of unconditional love, a heart that is a source of warmth for yourself and others, regardless of your relationship status. A loving heart doesn't need a recipient to be loving, it just is. Second, engage in your life fully, right now. Don't put your life on hold while you wait. What are you passionate about? What brings you joy? Pour your energy into your hobbies, your career, your friendships, your community. Become the most vibrant, engaged, and interesting version of yourself. This is not about making yourself more marketable for a potential partner. It's about living a life that is so rich and fulfilling that a partner becomes a wonderful addition, not the entire focus. You are the main character of your story, not a supporting actor waiting for a co-star to arrive. And finally, reframe your perspective on connection. See every person who comes into your life as a teacher. What is this interaction showing me about myself? What can I learn from this joy, this frustration, this connection, this disconnection? When you see life this way, no experience is wasted. Even the heartbreaks and the periods of loneliness become valuable parts of your curriculum in the school of life. They are sharpening you, clarifying your values, and preparing you for the connections that are meant for you, in whatever form they may take. The most profound soulmate, from a Buddhist perspective, is your own awakened nature, your own capacity for wisdom and compassion. The journey isn't about finding a person to make you whole. It's about waking up to the wholeness that is already within you. And when you live from that place of inner richness and self-love, you create the conditions for beautiful, healthy, and meaningful connections to blossom in your life, perhaps in ways you never even expected. You stop searching for a soulmate and you start becoming a soulful mate to yourself and to the world. Thank you so much for joining me for this chat today. I hope this perspective offers you some comfort and a new way to look at your journey. If this resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Take care, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.